Shy, love is bold, love is young, love is old, love is giving, never old, love is free.
What's up, you beautiful person? It's your boy Micah, and here we talk tips and perspectives so that you can live freely in reality. It's a cold Sunday morning. It's April 17th, 2022. And I just wanted to give you guys the update on what's going on. I recently got a phone call on Wednesday, and the diagnosis is basically abnormal uterine bleeding and a few other things. Like, I'll put the word down here somewhere. It's like, essentially when I looked it up, it was like sexual dysfunction, as well as like pelvic floor dysfunction, and a couple other things. So they basically said that with the shortage of workers with the pathologist, I wouldn't hear back on my pap smear results from prior to like the end of April, beginning of May, just because now it's taking weeks to get the results back. So there's still no word on like cervical cancer. So they felt that the best course of action at this point is just to do a total hysterectomy. Now, granted, I was supposed to have a total hysterectomy done last year, but then you guys know with my insurance and stuff, that kind of fell through. I'm gonna have to do some physical therapy for my pelvic floor muscles, as well as for my shoulder and my neck and some other things. I have to get blood work done because based off of some of the blood work, there's a possibility that I have issues with my thyroid and my liver. So I've got to go tomorrow, Monday morning, to get some blood work done, especially because now that I have surgery scheduled, I'm going to have to get blood work done for that as well, and make sure any potential health issues that I may have will be covered, will be situated, if that makes sense. So as of right now, I'm scheduled for surgery as long as the insurance approves it and everything. The surgery will be happening April 25th. That was basically what they were looking at. They had a cancellation, and they asked me if I wanted to just go ahead and do it, since if I didn't take that, the next one wouldn't be till like June or July of this year. And with the pain that I've been having, the bleeding and everything else, it just seemed like that's the best route. Now, granted, I knew like I wanted this last year, and it didn't happen, but I just wasn't expecting for me to have surgery like this. And so, you know, I'm working with a couple of different agencies. I'm trying to get some help in terms of my housing and things like that. And so if you'd like to support your boy and help me out while I'm going through all of this, I'd really appreciate it. There are links in the description. You can buy merch, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, buy your boy a coffee. You know, any little bit of help that you can give would really, I'd really appreciate that. As of right now, once I have surgery, I'll be out. I won't be able to work for 4 to 6 weeks, especially if I take a physical job. I'm not going to be able to lift anything for 6 weeks. It's been a lot to process mentally and emotionally. And so, you know, I'm just trying to keep a positive mindset, but at the same time, you know, it's been difficult to think about all of these situations. And now I'm feeling a little bit of anxiety with surgery being so close. Literally have like 9 days away to surgery, and now I have to get all of this stuff done quick, you know, in order to be prepared. And I'm not prepared financially at all. I was not expecting to have surgery so quickly. Just given the circumstances, that's kind of where I'm at. You know, guys, like I said in the last video, I know we try to, you know, it's hard to think about all of the things that we got going on within our bodies when we feel like that's not what's supposed to be in our bodies, right? But you cannot ignore your physical well-being. You know, you have to be alive to transition. You have to be able to be healthy if you want to live a long life, and that's the reality of it. And I think that it was kind of sad as well with just the way that some of the doctors were so afraid to speak with me and deal with me, concerned about saying the wrong thing, or concerned about, you know, saying something that I might take as offensive, when it's just, what other medical term are they supposed to use so that we understand what's going on? I mean, guys, we gotta we have to learn sometimes that like your physical well-being is more important. I don't want to say it's more important, but it's a huge factor in your overall well-being. And so you can't, not everything that someone's trying to say to you is an attack on you, on your character, on you as, on your gender, on you as a person. You know, sometimes you have to separate. You have to separate your emotions for a moment and just try to take a step back and understand that these doctors, for the most part, the majority of the doctors are trying to help you, okay? They're trying to do the right thing. They're trying to do what's best for you. And, you know, you have to work together with your medical team in order to do that. And sometimes you're gonna have to step out of those emotions and recognize that when the doctor is saying something to you, it's not because they're trying to hurt your feelings, but they're just trying to make you aware of a situation so that you can rectify that situation. You know what I'm saying? So I wish that I wouldn't have let my emotions dictate whether I went to the doctor or dictate whether I had certain testing done, you know. And it wasn't just my emotions. Obviously, I had issues with insurance, and it's really expensive and to get health care. So that was definitely a part of it, but my emotions were also a part of it. I was afraid. You know, I had one bad experience going to a doctor and having a pap smear done once, and I had a really bad experience with the team that was there, and obviously I never went back there, but it really put a bad taste in my mouth and made me feel like every doctor was gonna be like that, or every team of health professionals were gonna be that way. And in reality, you know, through my search and working together with my therapist, we were able to really piece together some really good health professionals who, you know, were very caring, very knowledgeable, and really just looking out for my best interest. And so it's important, if you have a therapist, definitely ask for recommendations, because they usually have a lot of experience with other patients. They may not be able to tell you their specific experience, but they can sometimes refer you to different doctors and places that would be, you know, adequate health care for you. So I always advocate for therapy because they can just be a really good resource in connecting you with other people in the community sometimes, because they're usually really plugged in to the community as well. So if that's something that you're able to do, and to see a therapist, then you can use that therapist to provide resources to other medical professionals who can help you in other areas, right? Because, you know, I think that a lot of therapists, at least from my experience, they want to take a well-rounded approach in your healthcare. You know, they may not be able to prescribe you medications or look at certain things, but they can refer you to people who can do that, and then they come together collectively for your overall well-being, if that makes sense. So if you're struggling to find like doctors and stuff like that, I definitely suggest asking your therapist, because if I didn't ask my therapist and explain to her my situations and scenarios, I wouldn't have been able to be connected with so many great doctors who are going to be helping me within my care going forward. So like I said, I have a bunch of doctor's appointments now that I have to go to. Starting tomorrow, I got physical therapy. I have to do a pulmonary test for some other thing. Like it's a mess. It's a mess right now. But I'm trying to keep fighting, just being strong. You know, I still want to continue to make content for you guys, and I am. You know, once I start going through some of the process of this hysterectomy, I'm going to be updating you guys and giving you some more information on what that looks like, and, you know, what my experience is, and share those things. And, you know, I'm also going to be adding some fun content, at least. I've been so stressed out and so depressed over this whole ordeal, and just being in a lot of pain physically, emotionally, mentally, that I want to do some fun content too. So Damaris and I were talking about doing some cool videos for you guys together on the channel, and just kind of lightening up the mood a little bit. And like I said, I'm still going to keep you guys updated on my health, keep you guys updated on what you can expect if you're looking at having a hysterectomy. And now that I'm taking this step, and hopefully, as long as my insurance approves everything, I'll be having this hysterectomy, like I said, in 9 days. Then I'll be on the road to bottom surgery. I've been looking at a couple of different surgeons, one in Maryland. I'm gonna try to schedule a consult with them. I've been looking at Dr. Bluebond-Lagner in New York City. And with Dr. Bluebond-Lagner, I did schedule a consult, but she's so far out. I mean, for my consultation wouldn't have been till July of 2024. So basically 2 years from now. And so I'm gonna see if I can find some other surgeons. And like I said, I'm kind of interested in the John Hopkins Hospital in Maryland. I believe it's Baltimore. It's not that far of a drive from me, so I'm looking at that. I'll probably, be scheduling a consult after I'm, recovered from the hysterectomy. But like I said, I'm gonna keep you guys updated, give you as much information as I can, because it's so important for us to talk about our physical well-being. I talk a lot on this channel about mental well-being, emotional well-being, and mental and emotional maturity, and different perspectives. And I think I need to make some more videos where we're focusing on our physical well-being, our physical health, exercise, and going to doctors and what you can expect and all of those things. And I'm going to focus on those things in the coming weeks because of what I'm going through. But we're still going to talk about the emotional maturity and all of those things. I just want to add also some fun content because I want to lighten this up a little bit. It's been very trying time. So sorry if I made this video too long. I hope that you enjoyed it and I was able to provide some type of information for you. If you have any questions about anything that I'm going through, just leave them in the comments and I'll try to get back to you. I'm pretty good at responding to all the comments. But that's it for this video. I gotta get going, but I love you guys. Stay safe. Take care of yourselves. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.